Heading into FC25, we've had a fair few changes around Ultimate Team, new game modes, but most importantly for me, being a massive fan of Evolutions last year and basing a lot of my YouTube content around them, has been a fair few tweaks and changes. So in this video, I'm going to try my best to cover basically every new change to Evolutions. We're talking cosmetics, partial upgrades. There's a fair few things to cover in this, so make sure to smash a like if you're excited for FC25 and FC25 Evos, and make sure to smash that sub button down below. For cheap and fast FC24 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com, link down below, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to get yourself 5% off. So diving in, Evolutions have been revamped this year. There's been a fair few changes which are honestly going to be really positive, especially if you're a fan of chaining specific cards throughout the whole game. One issue we had last year was the fact that you would start an evolution early on. For example, a lot of people evolved that Kobe Mainu card in the bronze glow up, but then there was no other way of upgrading them after that. Partial upgrades and the way that Evos are going to be structured this year should basically nullify that and allow you to upgrade one specific card a lot of times, I hope. But to quickly run through the basics here, the way they've been revamped, we've got partial evolutions here, which I'll go into detail shortly. We're also getting cosmetics, which is a little bit interesting because a lot of us were absolutely sick of seeing that green design. They've kept the base green design, which we had a lot last year, but you can now apparently unlock cosmetic skins for your Evos. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. We'll run into them quickly now, as Foot Sheriff tweeted out a little while ago, actually. New Evos coming in FC25. These are all cosmetic leaks as far as we're aware. So Rush being a brand new game mode, it makes sense to have a lot of content based around that. Goal scorer 1, 2, and 3 cosmetics. Could this be maybe you score a specific amount of goals with your Evo? Say, for example, you evolve, I don't know, Marcus Rashford at the start of the game. You bag 100 goals with the boy. Do you unlock a specific tier for cosmetics? Or we got Club Legend. I'm assuming that's appearance based. Ultimate Edition Evo, that's going to be the one that we get the 82 plus attacker, which apparently now, by the way, has been delayed. We originally thought we would get it on the 20th once Ultimate Edition comes out. No, not anymore. It's been delayed a week, so we get it on the 27th. Standard. Cosmetics, season ladder. Maybe you complete the season ladder, you unlock a cosmetic option here, and then club member Evo. These are all really, really nice because the opportunity to unlock rare skins for your cards, I like that. At the end of the day, we're collecting virtual cards. The ability to customize them should have been definitely in last year's game, but now we're getting it here, and these are a few little kind of examples. These are confirmed, by the way. I'm not too sure exactly how you unlock the red and the purple here. I don't know what they're linked to, but I'm assuming maybe goal scorer, club legend, something like that. And then obviously rush excellence, all of these. We have no clue what they're going to look like yet, but let's just say this is exciting change going into FC25. So covering cosmetics, let's talk about partial upgrades. So the leak in the video I posted yesterday was about the first FC25 Evo that is scheduled to come, intro to stat limits. Now, stat limits and partial upgrades are basically, in my opinion, the biggest W for Evo changes so far. Shout out to Foot Police on Twitter for this leak here. Requirements, 82 max overall. Now, a big change, and what is a massive positive, last year round we would have requirements 82 max overall, max 80 dribbling, max 70 pace, something like that, which would always limit us for chains and of course evolving a more broader variety of player. That's not a thing anymore. As far as we're aware, only overall requirements. They might change it so maybe a playstyle plus is there or card specific types going through the year, but only 82 max overall for this Evo. And the boost, as you can see, are +3 shooting, +2 dribbling, +1 in the skill moves. But we got this max option here. So this isn't meaning, you know, if they've got over 86 shooting, they can't be put into this Evo. This is essentially the partial upgrade max limit. So let's go through a few examples. One of my favorite examples in yesterday's video is Timo Werner. So he's 80 rated. So immediately he fits the max overall requirement. We're looking at the shooting, the dribbling. Those are boosts that we get. A +3 to the shooting, +2 to the dribbling. Werner is eligible to hit that requirement as well as the skill moves. So if you were to put Timo Werner into this upgrade here, you're going to get the full boost. You're going to get +3 shooting, +2 dribbling, and the +1 skill move. Something as well that I'll quickly note on, with this 82 plus attacker Evo, there might actually be a potential to chain these cards. So for example, Timo Werner goes up to 81 rated. You're going to still be eligible for the 82 plus attacker Evo. So chain opportunity is going to be there. As soon as the game's out, we get these Evos, I will be here with content covering as much of that as possible. Now let's look at a player who isn't fully eligible for the full boost. So as you can see here, max 87 dribbling is the max boost you can get. Correa, fits the overall requirement, but he is 86 dribbling. Fear not. This doesn't mean you can't put him into the Evo. All this means is he's going to get a partial boost here. So we're looking at 86 dribbling already. The Evo gives out +2 dribbling, so Correa is only to get +1 here. Same with the shooting. +3 shooting maxed up to 86. As he's 84 already, Correa's only going to receive a +2 to the shooting, +1 to the dribbling, and he's already got 4-star skills, so that's null and void as well. So essentially partial upgrades, even though the boost doesn't sound as good, this is the positive part. Say for example, this was an Evo. Maybe he was a 60 rated bronze that you started Evoing towards the start of the game. He's now an 82 rated. This Evo comes out, you could still start chipping away and upgrading them in tiny little doses, which is a W. And I saw a few people commenting on yesterday's video mentioning the skill moves. He's 4-star, 4-star here. Skill moves, max 4-star. If you've got 4-star skills, or 5-star skills, you can still go into this Evo, you're just not going to get any boost. That skill move +1 basically gets nullified. You'll only end up getting the boost that you are partial to. So in Correa's instance here, already 4-star skills, he's allowed to get a +1 in the dribbling and a +2 in the shooting. Now I understand this might sound a little bit confusing, but trust me, it's going to be a positive once we all get our heads around it and start really getting into this and diving into Evos. I'm sure it'll be pretty self-explanatory. Looking at Gabriel Jesus here, now this is really interesting. As you can see, Jesus is 82 rated, so he's eligible for this evolution. 88 dribbling though. That's already higher than the max stat here. So you might assume, oh, he's not going to get the +2. Let's look at his shooting. So he's 80 shooting. Max 86 is the possible boost here. So you're going to get the +3. So let's just say he goes to 83 shooting. However, something I've just found out looking at Foot Police leaks is upgrades, partial upgrades can stack onto the next stat. For example, what happens if my player has one stat more than the upgrade limit? So Jesus is 88 dribbling, so we'll not get the +2 dribbling. I'm pretty certain this man is not English, by the way, so there might be some spelling mistakes in here. The points from dribbling will go to shooting, so he'll get a +5. Now this sounds absolutely ridiculous and really confusing, but let me try and explain this as easy as possible. So Jesus, 88 dribbling. We look at the boost for this evolution. He is supposed to get a +2. Because he's already over the max, this +2 which will go to the dribbling will now go to the shooting, meaning he will get a +5 in the shooting, which is absolutely fine because that still is under the max here, which means Jesus, you're not going to get the skill move upgrade, nothing in the dribbling, but you're going to get that dribbling boost in the shooting, taking him to 85, which is confusing, but it sounds good. And as we spoke on earlier, he also mentions Correa already having 86 dribbling and 84 shooting. So he's going to get just the +1 to the dribbling and +2 to the shooting. It won't stack into another stat. The only way these stats carry over, I believe, is if a player already exceeds a specific stat, which will get a boost. One thing to home in on here as well in regards to requirements. As far as we're aware, positions don't really matter too much. They're not really going to be required in the Evo requirements. Is mainly going to be based around the overall. And of course, as I said, playstyles. EA, I can imagine, don't want us chaining cards to have like 6 playstyle pluses within the first couple of weeks. So there might be a playstyle cap. But that essentially rounds off the main changes to evolutions this year. Hopefully I've covered as much as I can and you kind of understand what I'm saying here. It is a little bit confusing, so if you do have questions, let me know down below. I will leave links to Foot Police's tweets in the description so you can read through this Q&A yourself. Try and get familiarized going into the brand new game. And as I said many times, once the game does drop, I will be here with Evo content non-stop, covering the best up players for certain Evos and just trying to get our heads around how this can work. I'm also going to start an RTG, by the way, Evo themed RTG. I'll be streaming it on Twitch and YouTube, so if you're hyped for that, keep an eye out. But enjoy the rest of your day. Any questions, get down in the comment section and let me know. I'll be more, so subscribe if you're new. Catch you later.